I'm strong. Like a nigga who talks, he like talks like quiet like this. He's like, yeah, like honestly, like he literally, you know what he said? He was like, well, honestly, I'd rather be feared because if a nigga respects you, then he's like, he said it like this. He's like, plenty of niggas respect Pacquiao, but they're still willing to knock his chin off to take his belt. You know, everybody feared people like Tyson, people like Evander Holyfield, you know, and they were scared to fucking hop in the ring with him because they were so afraid of him. He was like, just because someone respects you does not mean that it doesn't mean they won't come for you.
Respect means that I acknowledge you as a person. Before we even battle, you know, I have to acknowledge you as a worthy opponent. That's what respect is. You're like, oh, okay, word. You got your thing, touche. You know what I mean? But like, if you're like talking about the real deal, Holyfield, is like actually battling. You can't get there without first being. We both have to agree to a battle, right? You're not gonna battle certain people if they challenge you. You know, like you're not gonna take on some challenges anymore. Take on some disagreements. You know how to just stop immediately because you don't. I can just stop talking. Second I stop talking, the situation's over because now you can't battle me when without using your words. I know how to battle without even using my words. I can look at you, and you can read what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I mean? Like that's a power in itself. Just you having very focused eye contact, letting people know, yo, I'm talking to you right now.
So, would you rather be feared or respected as a boss? Not the relationship.
Can I be both?
I mean, you can switch for both, but I have a little different answer for each one.
Because I when I say feared, I don't mean fear from like a scary place. I mean, I want you to be afraid of like the unexpected. It's just never think that like you're gonna expect what I'm gonna give you, because that when you expect things out of life, they're never gonna meet exactly what you can't be trying to force outcomes to happen. You have to allow outcomes to happen. You don't make outcomes happen. They naturally happen that way because of the steps that you've taken to allow that to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're forcing anything. We're always trying to just let things naturally go. Like I said, admit the truth. The truth's always out in the open.
So for both personal and business, you gotta be feared, huh?
No, not in. I don't want to. How personal? That's the thing. Because I think I have to do it both. Because even in my most personal relationships, right? Like I've been intimate with someone for a long period of time. Like I realized that if they never see the side that is scary that I know I have within myself, because I have a scary side. I got to admit, yes, I have a scary side of myself that can pop out. It rarely does, but when it does, it's scary. You will feel like, whoa, you feel scared of me because I'm raising my energy to a certain point, you know, like, and you're not used to it, and it's that's why. But like, if someone's so close to me, if they don't know that side of me ever, then like I'm afraid to really be myself around them sometimes because it's like at some point that might come out and I can't control it. I'm gonna try my best to like I'm pretty good at it most times, but it's something. But I can't. I'm unpredictable. I rather realize I'm a dynamic person. I'm unpredictable for a reason.
That's the last thing they want to hear at an interview.
I'm unpredictable.
You go into an interview like, I'm unpredictable, I'm unreliable, I'm
very reliable, but I'm unpredictable.
That's the last, like if you're dating a bitch, that's the last thing she wants to hear. Yeah. I'm just unpredictable, like I'll do anything. Like, yeah. Well, what about for you, Marty? Would you rather be feared or respected?
I feel like it depends.
As a boss.
So as a boss, I would say I want to be respected. Because I feel like people will go behind my back if they fear me. We'll talk behind my back. Or mostly, do things behind my back I don't even know. Because when you're a respectable boss, you got that one person like, yo, this guy's talking shit about you, Marty. This person right here is talking. He's trying to get you out. He's trying to like, sabotage your business. If I was an employee, I would be feared I don't want to be nobody to be messed with. You know, feel as an employee, but be respected as a boss. Two different things. You know, it's because I want my employees to come talk to me if there's something wrong. If they're messed up and they're afraid to come to me and talk about it, then they're gonna pretty much sabotage what I created. So if they can't undo what they created, I'm the only one who can because I am the one. Because let me give you an example, right, guys? Um, if your phone broke, we all have an iPhone. Are you gonna try to fix it? Or you gonna go to the manufacturer to fix it? That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So they give us because Apple only give limit us, but we still can do whatever we want on the phone. They limit us though in a way. If you think about it, that means we can't fix our own phone. We have to go to the manufacturer, talk to them about it. Imagine if they make us feel them, right? We wouldn't want to buy from them. We'll buy from an Android. That's the way I see it as.
Yeah, you get our Apple's face at the end. Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's as a boss, I want to be respected, honestly.
How about in your personal life?
Personal life, a little bit of both, fear and respected. You know what I'm saying? Because they are acquaintances that really are afraid to talk to me because they saw my bad side. They were my friends first, but now they're my acquaintance.
I'm like, because I'm not afraid of showing my bad side. Like people are very people would. I'm like, I just know. It's not like I want to be feel. I know people are gonna feel.
Right.
Me. I just know they are. People have been afraid of me my whole fucking life.
Right.
I have people who sneak up on me trying to see, oh, who's that? Because people are afraid.
Right.
They're afraid of my presence, and I know I'm scary. Sure, okay, I'm a monster. Yeah. Whatever. Like you want. That's how people have always seen me because they're not used to the unknown. They're not used to the unpredictable. They're not used to someone who's just being authentic.
I think he's scary to a nigga who hasn't dealt with himself.
Yeah, exactly. That's the real shit. That's the real shit. He just says crazy shit.
I have to kind of agree with Marty. For me, I would rather boss first. As a boss, I'd rather be. See, you kind of changed my answer when you said that because I was gonna say fear, honestly, for both. With but it's like there's like a nuance to it because I would rather have people fear disrespecting me. In a sense, if that makes sense. I would rather have people be afraid to let me down, if that makes sense. But like not so much like afraid of because, and I guess it's sort of a loaded question in and of itself because there's no right answer, and it's such like I'm just walking off such a nuance of like phraseology, but it's like I'd much rather have people. Because the respect will come, with accomplishment, with awards, everything. But it's and that's why you said it so well, and that was really that's why I jumped right out of what was it you're talking about? It was like how you can be a boss when, and I was literally the next thing I was about to say right after you said that, and right before you said that was how you can be a boss when people get too comfortable. And so the reason I say fear is because someone can respect you and they can get very, very comfortable with you. Still, someone has fear for you, they're not gonna they're not more times than not, they're not gonna get very comfortable with you because they're gonna have fear of the unknown.
They don't want to see what's under the.
Yeah, they're gonna have fear for overstepping their bounds or going past the boundaries you set. And so, in a boss, in a leadership role, I would, in certain aspects, rather have fear. Or respect, but not fear I'll fucking fire you. I'll do fear and I remember the most disappointing, not the most bad I ever felt was not when my parents beat my ass or some shit, not then, it was when I remember my mom picked me up from the police station, right? Because just long story short, me and my friends been a fire last day of school, just fucking shit, and my mom picked me up from the police station, and I was really I remember I was in a fucking one of those holding cells for 2 hours, and I got out and the police told my mom everything that happened and everything. I didn't get to walk the stage of my graduation, all this shit, shit that I was I'm the oldest child, I'm the oldest son, and I don't even need to explain to people or anyone any person from Africa, period. You know, it's like there's a big expectation to the oldest child. You know, and there's no like what is it? There's no like nothing before. You know, there's nothing like no standard or no bar. And it's not that always you don't have a bar. It's like okay, well the expectations sometimes are a little bit unrealistic because parents never even we were a child before. And like I remember I thought my mom was gonna try to beat my ass, you know. I thought my mom was gonna beat my ass. And you know what fucked me up the most? She didn't even beat my ass or anything. I got into the car with her and she was just silent. She was silent, and I was like, I wanted her to like yell at me or something, or like I wanted her to like hit me, you know, and like slap me or some shit, or like. And we got to my house, my mom was so silent. My mom didn't talk to me for like 3 days. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
bro,
I've experienced that too. My mom and I have silent battles.
My mom, you know what my mom said to me?
We're really good at that.
You know what my mom said to me? My mom was like, I'm disappointed. And that literally fucked me up for like a month, bro. Like, I was really like, bro, I would rather she beat my ass, bro.
It's worse.
I was talking to shout out to this dude, your tattoo. I was talking about this dude who my fellow like.
Your mom's powerful, bro.
Dude, I literally was like, then this is going back to it. I was like, it wasn't I was like afraid of my mom, you know, like I wanted her to fucking like to hit me, you know. It wasn't like afraid, or I was like afraid of what she would say or like how she'd yell at me. I was afraid of letting her down, if that makes sense. And like being a boss or being a leader, that's why I say fear, because it's not like you should never do shit out of fear. But I feel like you should position yourself in a certain way in your life, especially around the relationships when you're aspiring to goals, that you want people to have a fear of letting you down, a fear of disappointing you, because they understand how that risk reward. You know, they understand how much greater it is, how much greener the grass is going to be if they follow suit. You know, if they see your vision and they actualize it with you. And for personal. I'm just giving such a bullshit ass answer right now because I'm so on the line of respect and fear. For personal, I would also say a little bit of fear because the same thing. Like I want people to fear disappointing me, but also I would say respect to more personal because that's a tough one. I'm not even gonna answer that one. You know what I'm saying? But
it's just that respect isn't as harsh or hard of a boundary. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes some people only operate if they fear you. They only do what you tell. Like, they literally are the type of people that they're going to try to make you fear them, or it's they fear you.
That's exactly what this boxer I was talking, Errol Spence Jr., that's exactly what he was saying. He's like, some people don't.
They don't care. I've been in highly competitive environments where people are trying to get in your head. They're trying to say things to you to put you down because we about to race each other. We about to run. We about to jump. We about to do whatever. People say some shit. You're like, what the fuck you just said to me? Like when I was playing football. People say anything, racist shit, whatever they could, like to try to get you to lose your cool and shit. And I'm just the coolest. I'm like inside I could be fucking blazing. Outside I can give nothing.